So let's answer one of your guys' questions. Somebody wrote to me and said, are we going to see any more shortages? I think there are going to be more in 2023. Now, here's the thing. A shortage can be anything from a gas shortage to food shortage. We could see a housing shortage. We could also see something as far as a cash shortage, right? All these different shortages. So that's a very generic question, right? There's a lot of angles here, but let's talk about certain shortages, such as food shortages, right? Then let's break it down a little bit. Are we going to see shortages? The answer is yes. There will be more shortages. We still have a worker shortage, right? We know this stuff is coming, but here are just some of the things. So we know there's going to be a corn shortage. There'll be a wheat shortage. There'll be a bread shortage, vegetable oil shortage. We know all this stuff is coming. We're already seeing it now, and it's going to come in the future. Some are also anticipating we're going to see a wine shortage. And you probably think, oh, a wine shortage? Why? Why would we have a wine shortage? Are so many people just tired of this and they are trying to, drink away their stress? No. According to reports, just this past week, what experts are now telling us is that we could see mainly California, but we could see a lot of the country be too hot. And according to these reports, grapes do not grow well, and they create some type of acidity that doesn't really work to create wine. And if that's the case, any temperatures over 100 degrees could be really tough on the wine industry. So because of that, we could actually see a wine shortage. Well, let's talk about some other shortages. We know there's still a baby formula shortage, and according to Enfamil, who's one of the leading makers of baby formula, they are saying that they should have this fixed. We shouldn't have much of a shortage after the spring of 2023. So we're still a few months away. We also know any canned product. This could be canned pet food. This could be canned beans. It could be canned, sardines. It doesn't matter what it is. Canned products are going to see a shortage. Why? Simply because canned products, it's because of aluminum, but these canned products, what companies are going to do, which we've already seen, companies have moved away from their less expensive products, the products that are bringing in less profit per sale. They're moving away from those. They're getting rid of those lines, completely selling off those parts of the company. And they're moving towards the more profitable goods. As of right now, because of this food shortage that we have, food or canned food is going to be actually more profitable. So what experts are now telling us is that things like canned cat food and dog food, things like that are in a can are going to be more expensive, but we're also going to see a shortage. Now, let's talk about another shortage. Let's talk about this housing shortage. Here's the problem that we have regarding housing. And again, I don't know if this person was specifically talking about food or housing. I just don't know. But let's talk about this housing shortage. Well, what could we see? What we are seeing right now is that some builders, most builders, are not building. I drive down the street, I drive down the highway and I look off into the distance and I can see developments that are on pause. They're not moving. Because why not? Well, for one, getting material is very difficult. Two, actually building the house is extremely costly, but at the same time, if you don't have the workers there to build the house, it's going to sit. Interest rates are a major issue. We also know some people that have put deposits down on a home. Again, builders in most cases are going to wait. They're going to sell the lot. They're going to show you the different templates, what you can get. Oh, look at this. It's not builder grade material. This is high end stuff. They're going to try to sell you on that. And when they sell you on that and they say, okay, this is your lot, we're going to start building. Well, you put down a deposit and you start making these payments, right? Well, here's the problem. When home prices started to flip and we started to see that, okay, home prices got to that peak, now they're coming down, guess what? Buyers decided to back out. You know why? Let's break it down. Let's think about it for a second. Let's say you buy a house for $700,000. That's what you're going to buy this house for. And you put down deposit, and this builder is going to start building. You put down deposit, let's say $50,000, right? Big chunk of money. You put this down, and the builder is going to start building. They start planning. They pour the foundation. Maybe they spend a little bit of money on the framing, and then guess what? The market turns. And that home that you just were purchasing for $700,000, now you're seeing that a home similar in size, similar location, right? Maybe it doesn't have all the things that you picked out, but again, same high-end materials. If you're asking why I'm doing high-end, it's because when builders put in a high-end product, most cases, it's not that high-end. It's just something you might not see at Home Depot and Lowe's. That's about it. But as the market turns and that home that you were purchasing for $700,000 is now $575,000, guess what? It would make more sense to just get rid of that $50,000 that you put down, go and get something that is $575,000. Or guess what? You put in an offer. Instead of $575,000, you say, I'll give you $525,000. Well, that just saved you $175,000 minus the $50,000 that you lost. So you're saving $125,000 by backing out of one deal and going to get something else. Well, guess what? Then you might think, oh, well, rates are too expensive. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to wait. Well, that's why there's still a shortage. All these people are waiting to jump back into the market. They have money. They're just waiting to get back in. And again, while they're waiting, they're going to rent something, which is taking another rental property off the market so that you can't get that either. Again, it's part of the reason why there's a housing shortage. And obviously, building, right? Having apartments. This is turning into a major issue. Now, I want to talk about one other shortage. And I talked about this earlier on, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday of this past week. And I mentioned how there is a shortage. We are seeing a shortage, but it's a shortage of cash. It's a shortage of credit. That's what we're seeing. Right now, the American people don't have a lot of money saved up. We don't have a lot of available credit that we can use on credit cards. Why? We've maxed them out. There's nothing else we can do. It's turning into a major issue. So, what do we do from here? Well, here's my advice. Trying to go get a job in this particular climate, in this particular economy, is going to be difficult. Mainly because companies don't want to hire. Companies are trying to let go of employees, trying to bring down their costs, not increase them. So in this case, in this instance, what should you do? Well, use this economy to your advantage. Find a way to make some extra money. You know what people are doing right now? They're trying to get rid of some of the stuff. They're trying to sell items that they don't want, don't need, and could use the cash. Well, guess what? Step in. You know what? Something that I've been seeing a lot lately in my area? I've been seeing people actually go out and say they will run a yard sale for you. Seriously. People are putting signs on your doors, on your cars. Hey, you need to have a yard sale? Well, we can do it for you, and all we charge is X amount of dollars. Right? They will run your yard sale for you. Now, I saw one the other day, and if you want to run a yard sale and you take a certain percentage, here's what you do. This is what somebody put on their sign, that they will run it for you. First off, you have to pay just a flat fee. Okay? You pay a flat, they come and look at your stuff, is my guess, or my assumption. You pay a flat fee of $150, and then they will take 10% of whatever you sell. Okay? They will organize the yard sale. They will price everything. They will get rid of the stuff that you do not want. They will do it all for you. Okay? All you got to do is say, here's my stuff. Price it, sell it, get rid of it. I don't want it. And they will do it. So $150 and a 10% flat fee. So guess what? If they sell $1,000 worth of stuff, it only costs you $250. Because again, $150 fee plus the 10%, which comes out to $100, that would be $250 total that they get to run a yard sale for you. And guess what? You get the rest. You get the other $750. Pretty simple, right? Well, that's what people are starting to do. So again, you have a cash shortage, try a side hustle. And this right here might be an incredible side hustle that you can do on your free time. And maybe you don't just do it for one yard sale. Maybe you run one, you have your spouse run one, right? There's 2 yard sales in a day. In just that example that I used, that would be $500 you guys made in one day. You do 2 yards or do 2 days worth of yard sales. Guess what? That would be potentially $1,000 in 2 days. Yeah. So hopefully I answered that question. I probably didn't because, again, didn't specify what the shortage was. But again, there's a lot of shortages out there. So as always, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. And again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.